and we're talking about Platinum Games. This is from SiliconEra.com, written by Sato. Platinum Games looking to create its own IP and game interest in self-publishing own title. Platinum Games is known for stylish, fast-paced action that we've seen throughout the years in titles such as Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Nier Automata, Bayonetta, and more. While they are most known for work on licensed titles, Platinum Games had a development and producer, Atusha Anubo, I'm butchering that name, sorry, recently talked about the company's current focus, which involves creating its own IP and self-publishing in an interview with Game Informer. And I'll probably be the first paragraph. I guess that's the one thing I caught my interest, had to look up afterwards. But so the question was, so what has Platinum been focusing on lately? Anybody I responded, head of development producer. One of the things Platinum is focused on is we're looking into creating our own IP, creating our own game. Up until now, obviously, we've worked on original IPs for a wide variety of publishers. We've also worked on other Hollywood IPs for other publishers as well, but we're becoming more and more interested in the idea of self-publishing and doing our own title, which I had to go back and check because I was thinking, like, wasn't Bayonetta like their own title? Like, wasn't that their thing? But then I looked up, and apparently, Bayonetta is owned by Sega and Nintendo. Like, that's not their IP. For a long time I thought that was their own IP, but it isn't, which is crazy to think about. So they've gone this long.
I was gonna say Bayonetta was originally just Sega, because you could get the original Bayonetta on other platforms besides Nintendo. Like, it's exclusive to Nintendo now, but
it's insane.
Yeah, it makes sense because if you look at all the Platinum games or all the games they developed, they're not their own IPs.
Yeah, for the most part, they've been developing games for a lot of other companies for as long as they've existed, apparently. And one of the things that also has happened with Platinum Games is that they've grown much bigger than what they started from. They got, and it always then the question always become like, well, which version are we getting? Are we getting the good version that Platinum Games is putting into, or is it going to be like the bad version or the okay version? Like, it's insane. It's insane the fact that none of these games I thought that they had owned over the years is actually not them. So good. Hey, you know what? I cannot wait for a full-fledged Platinum Games game, like a thing they own and they can self-publish. Because one thing's for sure, the combat is going to be great. Like, the combat they've done in their games have always been like really cool to see and really fun to play. So I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah, like like whoa, dropping my phone. Yeah, I mean, if you look at like the other IP or the other games that Platinum has made, which I'm going to look up right now.
I got them right now, actually. So. Other games they made were Mad World, Infinite Space, Vanquish, Anarchy Reigns, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, The Wonderful 101, Bayonetta 2, Legend of Korra, Transformers: Devastation, 8-Bit Bayonetta, Star Fox Zero, Star Fox Guard, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant in Manhattan, Nier Automata, Grand Blue Fantasy Project RE Link, Lost Order, and Bayonetta 3 and Skillbound, which is canceled.
What if they made Valeria made a good one. Made me laugh. What if like Platinum Games just makes a new IP that's unlike anything they've ever worked on?
Like completely just go RPG?
Like, yeah, they just make a turn-based or like a tactical RPG.
They could if they wanted to. It'd be going against what they're used to. Like, they're really good at action games. Like, well, for the most part. I mean, like, I can look at Star Fox Zero and be like, well, that wasn't.
Well, and Josh does bring a good point in chat. Like, that is absolutely an issue with Platinum. Well, yeah, with Platinum Games.
Oh, they get too repetitive.
way too repetitive, way too quick. Like, he's not wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I think about like Legend of Korra, and I think about Bayonetta, and I think about Transformers Devastation, and the Ninja Turtle game you mentioned. All of them are fun, but they get like it's just go to an area, mash X until everyone's dead. Go to another area, mash X until everyone's dead. Like, oh, press Y occasionally to do a heavy attack. Like,
Yeah.
there's not enough variety or like I don't know. I just always feel that way about Platinum games. That being said, I feel like if they could get out of all these things that are not theirs, they could probably make something that's less repetitive.
They got the talent too. Like, it's not like they don't particularly know how to produce a great game. They can. And it falls back to like, well, which version of Platinum are we getting? Are we getting the good kind, the bad kind? Because they haven't been consistent with their games as of late. It would be interesting to see that they go in a different direction that they're used to. But I think at the same time, I do not fault them if they went back to what they know how to do well, and create a game or their entire IP out of whatever they want to do. It would be interesting to see. I am very curious as far as like what they are planning to do. And again, guys, you definitely have to check out the entire interview. It's really interesting stuff. Goes much deeper into their thoughts, but also like, hey, what's the future of AAA games and whatnot. So yeah, definitely check it out. I already put the link in the chat earlier, but yeah, we'll see how it goes with Platinum Games. Anything that they'll make, I'm pretty excited for it because I love Bayonetta, I love Vanquish.
Oh man, I saw down here at the bottom that they were working on Scalebound, and I was so looking forward to that game.
Yeah, Scalebound was the game that was in development, and then Microsoft canceled. Like, that was a game that was being developed for a long time, and then they just like, nope, axe it. It wasn't going well apparently, so it kind of sucks too. Like, Scalebound was interesting. It was like Monster Hunter and Devil May Cry at the same time, which is cool. Although,
did you ever see that full on gameplay trailer that they had of it? Like, where it was like 4 players were fighting a giant fucking creature.
Yeah, it was super sick. Oh man, it was awesome. Yeah, like I said, like it's again, it was Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter like at the same time. It is super sick, but it just never came into fruition.
Yeah.
And he had a talking dragon, which is also cool.
It did have a talking dragon.
Mm-hmm. But alas, we'll see. As much as we can predict, like it's going to come down to like what they plan to do and whether they're going to continue what they've done or continue. Oh, hey, we got new. Hey, thanks for the bits, Blur.
Sprinkle those biddies all over my titty.
Cheers, 6 spoopy me. I was gonna say though, yeah, like we'll see. I'm a fan of Platinum Games, so I cannot wait to what they produce.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to whatever they make as well.
All right, moving on to our next topic at hand.